Welcome back once again. We've got one final game coming up for you on the channel. At least for today, we've got plenty more in the future, obviously. But one final best of one to see how this is going to be playing out. I'm excited for this one. It's going to be Israel playing up against Poland. So do you have a strong sense of who's going to be stronger in this one? Can we get some early insight into that?
Do you know what? I actually really do like the look of this Israel roster. I think there is a lot of talent on this team, in all fairness. I think Poland have brought a pretty cool team. This entire Poland team are guys who have actually played, at least not even too long ago, at a tier 1 level. They've been a pro league. They've played a couple of LANs. They play under the name Rebels. But, before that, I mean, these guys have basically been, as a team, together for a while, but played under so many different organizations. When they were at Pro League, I think they were called Orcs. Before that, they were called Ignis Serpents. Then it was Paloma. Then it was Permitter. Then it was M1. These guys have been together for a long, long time. Now they're Rebels is the name. So yeah, Rebels, before that Paloma, before that Orcs, before that Ignis Serpents, then Paloma again, then Permitter. But it's basically always been the same 5. They just kind of roster hopped. Sometimes it would be like 3 different orgs within a year kind of thing. But they're a pretty cool team. I've caught all of them before. On the other side, Israel, not as many played together, but I think a really cool roster. The individuals are very solid. One of which, actually not even too long ago, had a little bit of a stint within UKCS. That is Zaxile. He's a cool name. He's recently just joined NOM alongside Meztal. You've got Shushan, who plays with a UK stack, in all fairness, called EXO. So all of these guys, I mean, at least a few of these guys have, in some way, shape, or form, been part of or with UK Counter-Strike. So I like the Israel team. They're a very solid bunch. And I think the big thing for me is just the region. Like, Israel has been pumping out incredible talent over the last few years. So, we've got Zershan, Nerds, Flames, Heavy God, etc., right? So some of the most mechanically best players that we've got kind of in the scene. Let's take a look through the teams, though. We'll start off with Israel. We've got Blue Phoenix, Mestal, Shushan, Zaxal, and Amsalem. These 2 guys, I mean, these 5 guys, may I say, are talented. You got Mestal and Zaxal play under the organization called NOM. Shushan plays for EXO, which is or was like a UK team. Up until recently when they disbanded. And then Blue Phoenix, he's actually the coach of he's a player at Young Ninjas. And he's been making some headway. He had a little stint in the main team as well. And honestly, I don't even think did all that bad. That obviously played at Pro League for a bit. And it was only kind of while they were figuring out what their NIP lineup was. But I don't actually think he did even too bad.
Okay, so yeah, an eclectic mix of players there. They've got some experience with them too. That's good to know. Obviously, on the Polish side, we've got Innocent, Casey, Kisarek, Olymp, and Flay. So yeah, good little lineup there too. Obviously, the Polish contract scene for the longest time has been making waves. The one I think everyone will know here is definitely Innocent with above and beyond in terms of experience. He's been around for a really long time, so expect him to be someone the team can rely upon to. If they get into a dark spot, if they need to come back, I think Innocent's going to be the one with the good words to try and make that happen.
Yeah, I agree. Another guy maybe to keep an eye on if he plays well, Flay's the AWPer over towards this Team Poland who are Rebels. And this is the thing, I always say it, when there's a team who are a team, you expect maybe a little bit more out of them because they'll have just the dynamics and the strats. However, we just saw in the previous game that if a mix is strong enough, if the individuals are strong enough, they can win a game just off the back of just brute force, pure firepower and all the rest. Let's take a look at the Vita and see where this game is going to head. Of course, we're still in best of 1 territory, and we see a nice quick ban of Vertigo by Israel, something I can really get behind. But we'll be finishing things over towards Ancient. I like this. It's a puggy map. It seems to be very favorable in the best of 1s.
Yeah, people enjoy it. I think I probably would prefer Ancient the best of 1 over Anubis if that's what it came down to. Just because of that CT side on Anubis you can get locked out of it sometimes. So this one more even battleground. I don't really mind it. It's bizarre though. Today, apart from Vertigo, we've only seen Anubis and Ancient, right? There's been no Dust 2, no Mirage, no Inferno, no nothing. It's been all down to these other 2 maps. So. Yeah, kind of just I guess, I mean, I don't have a big problem with it, but it's just an interesting that was the flavor of the day, I guess.
Yeah, I do really think that Inferno's starting to really come out of favor, is probably the way I'll put it, in towards the map pool. I think people are starting to realize that, finally people are starting to realize that the map is just, hot garbage and it's not worth playing. In my opinion, I've always been an Inferno hater. I find it very stale, very boring, and curse you, James, for making that the thing. The percentage style of Counter-Strike, I understand why they do it because it makes sense. It wins you games, but my God, can it be a snooze fest? Thankfully, that is the permaban, or the ban, the map that basically we never see play for Rebels. They played it once, basically, a long time ago, and it didn't look all too good. It's basically always been their perma, so I'm glad to see that. But yeah, you are right. Mirage is one that was played a little bit more over towards the Asian region, for example. Dust 2 was played within Africa as well, but we don't see it as much in EU. I think for Dust 2, maybe I can understand it in the sense of still being a little bit of a newer map back into the pool, that people haven't figured out everything that you can do when it comes to volumetric smokes, no skybox, all of these things. How does it actually change the game up on Dust 2 from what, back when in Go, especially before it got removed from the map pool, it was quite stale, right? There was the same thing happening each and every round. Now it feels like it's a little bit different in terms of how teams approach it. Rather than always going for an Xbox smoke, we now see teams actually go for either a hinge smoke or, I don't even know what you call it, top of doors smoke is what they've been doing now, because it filters down. And it's a little bit easier to throw as well. So there's a few changes coming through. Maybe teams don't want to risk it. Maybe they're thinking, okay, these guys have a good idea about how to play Dust 2. Let's not take that gamble. And I think from my understanding as well, there's actually a map that Rebels or Poland don't mind playing. So for the other side, for Israel, they're thinking maybe we don't want to risk it.
Yeah, that could definitely be the case. I mean, you got a sense that your opponent is going to be at least proficient on it. Maybe just try and see if you can ban it out. Get it out the mix if you can. I quite like watching Dust 2 now, even though it's possible that in 3 or 4 months from now it'll feel a little bit more like more of the same. But right now, I think there's still some fun stuff happening. Inferno, we'll see if they can find a way to change that around a little bit. But for now, we are into it. It's on Ancient here, the final series of the day. It's a best-of-1 game, and we have Israel starting on the CT side. Poland, they're going to be on the T side to begin with. So let's get this show underway. We've got 2 smokes and 2 Molotovs. That is interesting all on its own there for the Polish side.
What do we got? Final game of the day. Let's finish on a high note. Let's finish on a strong one and get some good Counter-Strike to close things out here. We've had some really good Counter-Strike all throughout today. A couple of one-sided games, a couple of very even ones. The Belgium game in particular, of course, even that tail end of that last one as well. Quick, up close, the CT side of Israel laying down the law here.
That is so much utility. You see the 2 smokes up there being thrown from the T side, but the problem was they didn't apply enough pressure, right? I think the Molotov, I don't know where one of them landed. The other one they haven't thrown yet, so the idea with the Molotovs, I'm assuming, is to try and apply some pressure so that the CTs can't just kind of be standing around and enjoying themselves. But I think they had a little bit too much of a good time there getting the early kills. They're going to win the round, so it'll be a 1-0 in favor of Israel to begin with. Shushan coming up with a couple of kills, and Mestal as well. So double kill for each of those.
All right. That's what we want to see. I do like this Israel side a lot. I think they individually can bring a lot to the server. And Israel's one of those scenes, I guess, in a similar vein to sort of Turkey, in a sense, where they have a lot of great talent, but they all know each other very well. So playing these mixes doesn't feel as much of a mix, in the sense of they probably pug together, or I know they pug together a lot, and they're always competitive. So this is what I want to see. They want to start for them. No buy out for Poland, though. I can understand that. No bomb plant. Why would you? Zaxar playing anti up close. Smoke comes down. Still no flash behind it. He's only going to be able to get 1, though. But at least at range, Amsterdam going to be able to trade.
Yeah, it was a jumping Glock shot as well that became the end of him. Bomb being planted. They're going to get wiped out right afterwards. But you know what? That's totally fine, right? You sacrifice everything to try and get the bomb there, and it works out. You get the 1 kill on Taxi. That's not too bad. I mean, if you're on the CT side, you'll take that. But I do like that from Poland. Get onto the site, get the bomb planted, and now they have plenty of money in the 3rd round to fight with.
Yes, exactly. This is what we want to see. What we want to see. So 2-0 start for Poland, though. That round we don't read too highly into. The next one is where we look at this with a full set of guns coming through. And we always have to mention this, when you're against a bonus buy as well for Poland, this is the sort of round that you've got to make stick. You've got to make it stick comfortably. You've got to find it, kind of get all the kills, bomb plot, all the rest. Because if you don't, you can really be in a bit of a troublesome spot. Getting peppered with nades, in all fairness, over towards Shelf. They were tempted to go through that smoke, and after the brute force that they kind of get met with outside the doors, they realize, actually, let's just fall back through the smoke.
Yeah. Who can blame them? MP9, very, very close. Smoke down from that angle. It says a lot, right? You hear the smoke bouncing in that way. You probably know that the CTs, they have all the control out here, so all you have to do is kind of wait around. I don't know. It's a little bit scary because you don't really know how many grenades they have left. So if you wait too long, I mean, at some point you're going to wish you would have gone into middle to try and apply a little bit of pressure. That pressure is being slightly applied by Olymp, who's kind of throwing some stuff over. He's, I think, smoking top mid, just to try and do anything. They flash their way through, trying to get around the corner, but it's such a slaughter. There's 3 people waiting for them here, and it's not working out in favor of the Polish side at all here. Innocent will go down. Amsalem going to be coming up with a couple of really good shots. Double kill for him in the round so far, and Olymp, last one left. And Israel looking to see if they could take a third round here.
They might as well. Olymp's got to really dig them out of this. 1v4 turn 3. He's so low. I don't really think it's going to be on the cards. As long as Israel don't overfight, should be fine. Bit of damage dealt, and Amsterdam, a really solid round out from him individually. 3 kills to his name, but it's those opening 2 that kind of settle the nerves in the bonus fight. And Poland, again, not finding it. This is a tough little spot where they haven't found it now. That was meant to be their first true attempt. They're losing to, MP9, sort of a bonus buy situation where there's not much of an investment back in for Israel. Doesn't spell good signs in the early portion of this game. 3-0 for Israel, which is good for them. For Poland, this round, you'd expect probably not much of a starter really at all. They don't really have the funds to work with. This is one of those ones where we say, if they can get a bomb plant, that'd be nice.
Sure, yeah. That'd help them out. They did it one time at the B-bomb site. This time, it's looking a lot more tricky in the middle. Innocent shot in the back, and wow. In terms of kills, you look at the Polish side, they have 5 kills combined. That's obviously a bit of a problem, and as a result of that, we can look without even guessing. We know that that Israel are going to have quite a bit of money to work with. So it's starting out in a bit of an ugly way in that sense. They do have AKs. They've got the AWP back on Flay. But yeah, not the start that I was expecting. I'm willing to be persuaded otherwise, but right now, Israel look like the stronger team.
They do. Looking good. Heading towards elbow, Molotov and smoke behind it. Really good kind of util sets coming through from Israel, giving them a lot of control over the map in the early portion. Swing out from Excavation doesn't find a hell of a lot. We'll see, though. Innocent's waiting for a fight to come back in his favor. This time he's holding for an over-aggression. The flash is good, but actually it might be a little deep and might not affect Innocent. I don't think it did. Oh, lines them up, drops them, and Olymp's going to add to the tally as well. This is better. This is much more like it from Poland.
Yeah, that is going to make a bit of a difference. It's about time. Blue Phoenix moving up. Honestly, he had the crosshair in a perfect position for it, but Innocent was a little bit quicker on the trigger. So, good round. 3 kills out of Innocent. One of the players that we highlighted at the start of it here. Definitely going to be around for the Polish squad, no question. The only real thing left to be found out here is whether or not Saxy could save the M4 or if they're going to be able to find him. All right, a little bit of damage there. Probably not worth it to hunt him down too much either. If they had more money on the T side, they maybe would, but they just don't. So throwing away a couple of more rifles, I don't think it's going to be worth it. So it might be a little bit of a quiet end to the round here, as it will be a 4-1 scoreline finally.
Yeah, I think you're right. Probably a little bit of... If he saves, that's good. If he falls, that might hurt a little bit, but they'll buy back in. It's not going to make the biggest difference in the world. There's plenty of funds back on the side of Israel to work with heading in towards the next. So, yeah, no real issues. Bomb goes off. Poland found the first. Nicely done for them. That's what we want to see. This Polish side, at least starting the T-side. Ancient map, which at least recently has started to make a little bit of an introduction as being a little bit more T-sided. They... Obviously, I say not too long ago, but I think at this point it's probably verging on 8-9 months ago now, but they did change those T-side spawns to be a little further forward. In doing so, it means you can much easier fight out in towards ramp, fight out in towards mid, and you know, you're not kind of having to play retake on those positions from the get-go, which was initially the point in Ancient. You know, in those previous spawns, the CT sides were given mid control basically for free, and for the most part they still are, but in this instance, Poland are already opting to fight. They're more than happy to give it up.
They got to repeat what they did last time. Needed the round like that one. But again, the forward pressure coming out here from the Israeli side is really working out well. 3 players pushed up outside of the B-bomb site, keeping it back. Oh, that's such an important kill. Shushan able to pick that one up. KZ will take one in return finally, but if they would have got the open CT spawn there, they pretty much paved the way for an instant bomb plant, or not instant because the bomb was far away, but they could have ran the bomb there and got the bomb planted. But now instead, kind of up in the open here. In fact, the bomb is potentially isolated. If Mestal comes in with a turn on the corner here, you never know what could happen. And I think Kisarek is aware of it. That's, yeah, heads up play. He's such an important mission here to just get the bomb to the bomb site before they can even play the round.
Yes, no, you are right. Casey holding. Again, not a huge amount on offer. 35 seconds. If the numbers not favor them, they've got to try and pull this out of nothing. So come down. Shushan takes a pop shot behind it. Second time of asking delivers. Now that's a beaut. Just as that smoke plumes. It works. 2v4. They might get a bomb plant out of this, but the round itself, I don't know. Oh, they won't get a bomb plant. Shushan, what is that decision? How is that pulled off? How has he made that work? Shotgun, AWPing, no scope. And Israel find a 5th. That is absolutely ludicrous.
All right, then. Yeah, he's having a little bit too much fun in the game now. This 3-man push outside is really, really efficient. Outside of the V-bomb site, so hard to deal with. That one was something, but yeah, just there trying to plant the bomb. Sacrifices AWP, but who cares? They could pick it up again and keep going. 5-1 on the CT side. And at least they got a bomb plant. So with the round loss bonus, the Polish squad still able to fight back here.
Yeah, exactly. Can still come right back into the investments. The big thing is making sure they work. So far, so good. And a 5-1 scoreline, you do get a little concerned as well. I mean, what kind of rounds are we looking for now for Poland? I mean, if they get 5 on the C side, it'd be good. But the way Israel are playing, you could pretty comfortably see them getting, if they get this one, get another off the back of it, that's 7. 5 is the best that Poland could do. One more gun off the back of it, we're talking 8-4 being the best. So, you know, in best of ones, they can very quickly spiral out of control. And that is the thing that kind of slightly worries me about this situation so far. Heading towards the smoke. Looking towards mid. Innocent spots nothing in towards Cubby either. This is good. They've got map control via mid. Mid's a strong position to hold, and now they've got to work with it.
Yeah, waiting for that smoke to fade so they can put a little bit more pressure on. But yeah, you're right. This is part of the map that they've had to struggle with in the past couple of rounds to even get control of this part. So getting here without losing anyone, we'll count that as a victory. Amsalam right on the other side with the AK in hand. You don't get that one dink, but you don't get the kill connection. So he just instantly takes down Casey. But credit to Flay for at least getting the refrag. 4 versus 4. And fight in the middle here. More trades are coming in. And Blue Phoenix, he makes a lot of noise falling back. There is someone on the other side, but it's a Mac 10. So kind of hard, I think, for Olymp as well to just run in there and try and do something. The bomb is being brought back. I think this fight could mean everything. If Blue Phoenix wins it, and he will, and he can go back and defend the A-bomb side. Otherwise, he would have been locked out, and the other 2 players would have been basically on the other side of the map. So yeah, that's a huge victory for him.
I'm really impressed with what I'm seeing from Israel so far. They're playing off each other super nicely. This time, though, he's isolated. He had no real support. The support does come a little late, but Shushan gets the kill nonetheless. And there's a rifle heard towards site, so Kisrek should know they're both there. That does not make a damn difference. Shushan, lovely shot from him. 6-1. No bomb plant. Another round going awry. Another round in which Israel are really showing just how strong they are. This is already getting to a really big position. I mean, like I said, right, if you don't find that round, Poland, especially if you don't even get a bomb plant, This one feels like a little bit of a gimme. It looks like they're tempted to force, though. Or maybe just a Hero AK. Okay, Hero AK, that makes a little bit more sense. Casey has enough money in reserves that it's not the worst thing in the world. He can still actually buy in towards an AK and armor in the next round, even if they were to lose this one. But yeah, I mean, 6-1, this one, you'd expect goes with Israel as well, with primarily pistols coming through. That's 7. I mean, this could very quickly slip away from Poland before it even really begins.
Yeah, it's starting to feel that way. I do like this change of pace. And it's catching Israel a little bit off guard as well. The smokes are going down towards the A-bomb site, so they actually get the bomb planted rather quickly here. Whether they can hold it is quite a different question. I guess this is, again, going to be another test for the Israeli squad to figure out, are they going to be able to they have the protocols to retake this with? If you know what you're doing and you're a solid team, you definitely have some ideas about how to do this, because, again, you had nobody at the A-bomb site, so you knew this could happen. And a good start flash setup here. It's going to be a couple of good kills going their way. Kisarek goes down, and now it's just Olymp, and he's walking in from behind, going to get found, no problem. So the retake, they made that look easy.
Okay, that is beautiful. That pop flash is one towards Temple, sumptuous stuff. Actually, it gives them 2 kills, that situation. It popped the guy on the corner of the entrance itself, and he kind of tried to half fight it while sort of half blind, and it didn't go in his favor. Zaxal doubled it. So, nice work. Simple stuff, and yeah. A really, really good showing from Israel. 7-1. Man alive. I said Israel probably my favorites coming into it. I didn't expect it to be this much, though. I expected it to be a competitive game with this Poland roster who I've, casted at Pro League, for example. But this has not been the showing out of the Rebels gaming side that at least I'm sort of used to in a way. Shushan again, another kill to his name and an opener as he catches Flay, and who is the AWP on the other side, who really struggled to get active.
Yeah, this is a little bit concerning. Once you get the bomb planted, even if you don't have all the weapons in the bomb site, you still should be able to make that more of a competitive round. But a couple of great individuals that have really shown up. Shushan here, 11 kills, you're right, he's playing very well. Salem as well with 10, so just across the board here, things are looking encouraging for the CT side. A little bit of mid-control as well. They are trying to see if they can reclaim it. Poland really want to try and fight for this one. They have outside of B, which, again, they've been struggling with. So if they have some executes for the B bomb side, this is maybe a round to do it in. But they want to take this fight. Mistal going to be taking down KC. Bleeding more players into this round. Okay, they know there's someone in that corner, but how much do you want to sacrifice to try and do this? Gotta be careful you don't lose too much. Nice bit of a fight there, and he almost had the blind spray through. That would have been sick if he could have found that one. Saxy goes down, so 3 versus 3 all of a sudden. Okay.
Yeah, it is a doable affair, but Amslam on the idea. Swaps to the left-hand side just to really flex on him a little bit. 1 kill with the right, 1 kill with the left. Ambidextrous with the fragging in that one, as Olymp is left now in a 1v3, which doesn't feel like it's going to happen. 10 seconds, no bomb, no chance. Israel, another round. And it's not only the round, Anders, it's the fact that they're finding them with ease, dominantly, and denying a bomb plant. It couldn't actually get any better.
Yeah, even when there are chances here for the Polish side, somehow it's still just not quite enough. They carved a little bit of an opportunity in that round, but they can't close it out. 8-1 instead, and we are way too nearing the end of the half here. I think this has to be like an 8-4. So we're asking for the Polish side now to get about 3 in a row. That's not impossible, but it's starting to feel like it might be a bit of a stretch.
I agree. If you can get 4, that'd be lovely. It's workable. I don't think it's possible, especially with how they played so far, but it would at least give them something. 3, even then, I think it feels maybe just a little bit too much to say. Oh, Shushan for the first. Looking for more. The M4 will get 2. Zaxal was running low on ammo. I can't believe he gets away with the second there. Tech9 desperately spamming. Speaking of, it's a spam of Mestals instead that sees off the round. Now, the best Poland can do is 3. And again, even that feels like it might be a tall order. If they don't win this round, Anders, out and get a bomb plant, we could actually be looking at 11-1.
Yeah, it's way out of control. This is a really, really big issue. We know that again. I expect that the Polish team is going to be stronger than this. I don't know if this is again the map or if Israel are having a bit of an overperformance themselves, but I definitely thought this was going to be a little bit more of a powerful team. So far, they have had a hard time getting it off the ground. So round number 11 is in, and we'll see if they can get some control. All right, a little bit of pressure, a little bit of a fake being pulled here, suggesting it's another A attack from them. They boost up. They throw in some good Molotovs even. They're trying to see if they can get some pressure on, but Blue Phoenix finds the headshot, and they still are not out to attack the B bomb site. So whether this fake works or not, they have to get past this point, and they're again bleeding players. So I don't know. I feel like that might have been a bit of a mistake. Nice flick coming out from Shushan. He's been very, very powerful, but to be honest, throwing the fake when you can't even execute on the fake itself is super risky.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right. Last man of Innocent. Experience to his name, no two ways about it. Can it bail him out of this one? I don't think so, is my honest opinion. 50 seconds though to work with. He's going back over towards Shelf, and he'll be met. Just falls away from the orb. I was going to say, if he had committed to a Shelf peak, I'm sure he gets his head ripped off by Shushan. He's been lightning fast in these fights all the way through. Him and Amsterdam have really impressed me. Amsterdam's been so proactive with the rifle. Shushan's looking great on the orb. There's no weaknesses, and speak of the devil, and he shall arise. Amsterdam sees it off. 10-1. Oh my god, these rounds are brutal. And again, consistently we're seeing Poland barely even get, 2 kills is basically the best they're getting on average in these sort of rounds. They're barely even hurting Israel. And this is the thing, if you win rounds but you're getting, if you lose rounds but you're getting kind of maybe 4 kills, you're going to break that economy at some point. But they're not. They're just not getting enough kills to actually affect Israel ever. Into the final round of the half, 10-1. This is damning. What a start for Israel towards this tournament. And this was this qualifier. The way they're playing, this is World Esports Championships tier.
It is. This is looking scary stuff. He's so mobile with the AWP as well. No fear at all. Gets a kill straight in to try and blow it open.
Oh no!
To get another one, and KC goes down. The bomb is now lost in T-spawn, so things weren't already rough, and they definitely are now. You could see, I think that's even a mercy kill. Yeah, I was going to say, he could have knifed him. He said, all right, you know what, I'm going to be cool about it. I don't want to embarrass you. That is the final round, 11-1 in favor of Israel. It's a very, very one-sided, super convincing victory for them. They just need 2 more rounds. You don't need us to tell you, this is not looking good for Poland at all.
Exactly. Big flank, big kind of decisions to be made here as well, Mesto. It's so aggro, and it works wonderfully. What a round, what a half, what a showing of Counter-Strike by Israel. And this we could have a very quick end to the day here. I think safe to say we only started like 15 minutes ago. It's kind of ridiculous, but what a performance out from Israel. Win the pistol, it's game set, in my opinion. There's just surely no way you come back from 12-1 down.
How has it gone by that quickly? I'm kind of a little bit shocked, but we'll see if they come with the pistol. Yeah, at least that's something to talk about. Israel, though, with a bit of a rush towards the bomb site. And Poland now, I was going to say it's a good start, but instantly the return is there. The Glocks ring true. The bomb's going to be planted here. And there's 2 people right in front. So if you swing wide, Casey, he's not even going to check it here. Oh, it's a bit of a disaster, and they're going to get wiped out. Israel will win the pistol in the second half, and that's a 12-1 scoreline here, and looking very, very hot at the moment.
This is crazy. Of all the games we've done today, this is probably the one that I didn't expect at all to be one-sided. I think maybe, even when I looked at kind of France and Germany, I thought that France side had all the potential to make it a dominant performance. They've done those sort of games in the past. This is the one where I was like, this one's got to have competition behind it. They're both kind of maybe at a similar level. All these guys play within kind of the upper echelons of tier 2, but I wouldn't specifically say the guys are Nom, for example, or that much better than Rebels as a team, that is. So just baffling how easy they're making this look. This is kind of boys versus men out there. It's kind of silvers versus global elites is kind of how it feels in the server. There is no competition.
Huge difference at the moment. I don't even know. There's not much to say. Innocent's going to get a little bit of a kill here, but truth is, I mean, at this point, the Polish team could go on to win like, 7, 8 rounds in a row, and we'd still say, yeah, but all it takes is one mistake, like one little screw up here, and it's done for. They've got 3 MP9s, 1 Scout, 1 Deagle, 5.7 instead for Innocent, and I guess we can see if they can find a little bit, but T-side has slowed it down to a crawl, and you could see they're expecting that there's more of a trick somewhere, a little bit of a boost, maybe some aggression coming out, so they're kind of checking every corner. Nice little tag with the Scout. Going to put Chushan a little bit low on health. The shadow is showing there, so the MP9 has a slight advantage for the first kill. They've made their way into the site, but it's hard to plant the bomb right now. They don't have the map control.
Flight. Nice shot from him with the Scout. Might get another. Might not even be needed. Salem, he's trying to escape the smoke. It's not to be. First time in maybe this entire match, series map, whatever we're going to call it, that we've actually seen a real coherent round out from Poland. All it took was the pressure. They needed the backs up against the wall of match point in, arguably a little bit of an embarrassing fashion for Poland to really step up in towards that 6th gear. That's good. Now we're going to build upon it. It's not actually going to be a great buy as well out for Israel. That bomb plant maybe would have sufficed, but they have to opt to a 4 double eco. They can't really bring the best of investments to the table. So we got a triple tech 9, 1 Mac 10, 1 Galil. They might want to go quick here, and it works. Oh, if they lose on this one, that would really hurt the mental.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, well, nice spam coming through the smoke. Going to be a kill. This time, more of a chance for a bomb plant. They are also potentially control. I say that, but through the smoke, Blue Phoenix gets taken down. So I might have to take that one back. Bomb at least being attempted, but they're just not finding the space for it. Like, they're getting onto the site, but nothing more than that. So another round for the Polish side. And also denying the bomb plants again, making life a little bit harder on the T side here in terms of the money. So they'll have to sit another one out, basically, before they can really start to fight with it. Okay. So I don't want to say it's like, but saving a little bit of face here at the end is Poland for sure.
It's true. It is true. They should get a 4th here without too much worry, and then we'll see, I guess, what's to come off the back of it. But this one we'll take. I like this. Maybe we can see a little bit more coming down the line. I'd like to at least see Poland pick up a bit of consistency on the CT side, showcase what they're all about. This is a side who I've caused a bunch of times, and they do and can play good Counter-Strike. Best on his knife out. It's just holding in the open. Won't make a difference. Casey, easy kill, an Innocent, an easy double in towards elbow. This one's done. The last man of Zach's out. I'm not expecting all too much with the Glock. Hope and a prayer, not to be. Casey, big swing, big find, flawless coming through for Poland. So they get a 4th. Right back into the buy now for Israel. The AK is about to come on deck, and we get to see what they can do.
Yeah, one step at a time here. Such a long, long road back, but doesn't mean necessarily it's impossible. It just means we need to see more before we can realistically start to celebrate or get too excited about anything. Quite tricky because that's kind of what you're left doing casting a game like this one, honestly. You're just kind of, you're sort of waiting for the Polish squad to show you that they're fully up and running. I guess individually in terms of the kills, right? They started to get there. Innocent and Casey and Olymp are kind of playing well. They're kind of there. But you just need to see more. Oh, a little bit of a spam coming through. Not bad. Some damage on the Chushan. You'll take it. But mid control should be with Israel for the moment.
Smoke doors. So at least give Poland a bit of coverage there. How deep do you want to push ramp is the question I'm having. Casey, there's an inherent risk about it. About a long-range duel like that, he's going to fall off. I think it's a smart play. Bit of contact. Just don't get caught is the big one for me. Messy spray behind. Amsalem going to get one. Gets very close to the second on offense as Casey's trying to play up close, but he gets one through the smoke. On the reload, could be caught though. Oh, he runs out of ammo. The Glock pulled out. And that actually even cost his teammate, arguably. Thankfully, it won't cost him the sight.
All right. Spam to try and stop the bomb from being planted here, but a 2 versus 3. Both of them looking to take from the ramp here. Oh, just in the corner. The timing is not with Blue Phoenix, so now it's up to Chushan to try and see if he can do something. He's the one with the health here. They throw out a bit of a flashbang to try and see if they can edge him out. And he's going to get that one. The spray's pretty good, and he'll be sacked to take the last one. It will be Israel to claim the victory at the end in a very, very convincing fashion.
That was dominant. What a showing coming through from Israel. They looked so damn clean in that one. Brilliant, brilliant work. We have absolutely no question marks about how strong that side is. I said coming into it, I like them a lot because the individuals are good. I had my reservations maybe about how well they can play off each other. How much time have they put into kind of maybe preparing for this tournament, what the strats are looking like, how deep it goes. They didn't even need strats. The fight was so favorable. They were so crisp. What a performance out. In particular, Amsterdam looked so good on the rifle. Shushan on the AWP was crisp as all hell as well. And it's a quick way to close out the day as well in our final game. So we'll take a look through some of the highlights off the back of what was a very rapid Ancient there, just showcasing how good Israel are. I still feel like that's not the Polish side. I honestly think that's a bad game, not a judgment of what they're like. I'd be very, very surprised not to see them resurge back in towards this tournament and actually potentially even make their way towards playoffs. I've caught Rebels on a variety of occasions. That's not how they usually play.
Yeah, I would agree. I think it's something similar here, and it could also just be sort of mismatch of energy. Like Israel obviously came in super hot off the bat, and it just might have been a little bit of a shell shock for the Polish side to say, oh my god, they're playing so well from the beginning, which is very cool to see. But yeah, in a potential rematch, it'd be interesting to see if the Polish team could do a little bit more. But yeah, Shushan definitely was very fun to watch with the AWP. Lots of really, really bold plays coming out, and just across the board, an interesting performance from the Israeli side. No question about it. So now we all get to learn a little bit today. I quite like that. I don't know. There were just a lot of really fun games. Some of them maybe should have been more competitive. The Germany-France one was still a bit interesting, but they'll get another chance for sure to fight back there.
Yeah, exactly. It was a cool little set of Counter-Strike games that we got to see. Some very one-sided ones, obviously like that one. Some less so, I guess, as well. With the close game at the start of the day, I'll talk about the comeback of dreams that we saw, and of course even a few of the others which had a little bit of life behind them from both sides. Germany, France in its moments is too, where there was maybe a chance of France getting back into that, but I think it was the question of too little too late. And I guess same with Ukraine, Turkey. If Ukraine had maybe come online a little earlier, we could have actually seen a conversation there of maybe making something. But in the end, I really enjoyed today. We had some cool games. We got to see some cool players, and I think they've really kind of set the tone for what is going to be the next few days of action, right? You've got best of ones for today and tomorrow, and then we go towards playoffs as best of threes. That gets pretty cool as well. So yeah. Good day of Counter-Strike, man.
I cannot complain. I agree. We've got more of the same coming up, obviously, like you said. So it should be really fun to cover these two groups and see where we end up with. But that's all we have for today, which means you guys have to go watch something else. We'll see you guys back here at the channel tomorrow. So stay tuned, and thank you for hanging out with us.